A situation is only a problem before it is discovered. Once it is discovered, it's only an issue that needs solving. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Shepherd M. Nyambe, Namibia's youngest award-winning and published researcher. Over the years, we have experienced the devastation that comes with climate change. If it's hot, it's way too hot. And when it's cold, it's way too cold. When it rains, it way too rains that we experience floods. And due to this reason, the United Nations came together to formulate what are known as the Sustainable Development Goals. Nonetheless, these Sustainable Development Goals, despite having been implemented for over 9 years, few, or if not most, have still not been achieved. Let's think of it in this narrative. Climate change in the first place is being caused by energy, and human beings need energy. Therefore, the Sustainable Development Goals tackled the issue of energy as SDG number 7, to provide sustainable and affordable energy. Nevertheless, this still is not yet achieved. And when this is not achieved, it then tackles the issue of economic growth and decent work. Due to decarbonization and the call to do away with carbon-emitting energy sources, people are losing jobs. Economies are collapsing. So the SDG number 8 is therefore not achieved. And because people are losing jobs, poverty is escalated. And because people are poor, they cannot provide food for their families. In the same essence, this raises so much mental health concerns and other issues that are related to health arose from that. Therefore, death is the outcome. Now, what is the solution to this problem that has already been identified? Research and development becomes the icon, or rather the beacon, that can help us really achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. Let's think of it in this way. Research, which then questions how, when, and who should do something in order for us to really tackle this energy issue. And the development part of it is therefore coming up with innovations that will answer to decarbonization, providing solutions that really speak to the needs that we achieve these Sustainable Development Goals interchangeably. Let's look at it in the form of industrializing our world, looking at clean energy, but also looking at how it aligns with all other Sustainable Development Goals. Let's have an example of a Namibian context, whereas His Excellency, the late President, Dr. Hage Geingob, envisioned Namibia as a driver of sustainable development through the energy sector. In Israel, in 2022, he said, Namibia is blessed with abundant sunlight and wind resources, which we can therefore utilize to form green hydrogen projects, which requires intensive research and therefore intensive developments. Now, this green hydrogen has become a signature project of Namibia's renewable energy ambition. And hence, it proves that research and development can indeed interchangeably and interconnectively solve the issue of Sustainable Development Goals. Let's look at it in this manner. The green hydrogen projects that are currently running, like for instance, the Daures Green Hydrogen Village, that therefore employs around 50 employees under the village, permanent employees, and close to 15 constructive temporal employees. Therefore, that provides jobs. And when jobs are provided, that means the issue of hunger and poverty are tackled. But this project is mainly focused on agriculture, production of ammonia as a derivative of the green hydrogen. Hence, agriculture is promoted and zero hunger is achieved. In the same manner, this same project addresses the energy efficiency question. The Daura's Green Hydrogen Village is powered by PVC solar, which provides electricity to the village itself and aims to provide electricity to the surrounding areas. Therefore, SDG number 7 is achieved. Now, we have other projects, Cleanage, for instance, and that is managed by the ONL and its partner. It's also focusing on producing hydrogen fuels to power EVs. Now, these are some of the projects that have come as a result of intensive research that was carried out because of the call that His Excellency the President made. That is the practical example of how we can utilize research and then develop initiatives and innovations that can tackle the SDGs interchangeably. Over the years, climate change was seen as a phenomenon that can only be solved through advocacy. Of course, we need advocates, but unfortunately, advocates alone cannot solve climate change. We need practical and we need implementable solutions, innovations that can really speak and tackle the issues of climate change. And that's why research and development is important. And if we do not use research and development to develop, then research and development will be used to destroy. Let's go back in history where a scientist known as Newton discovered some elements, and then later on it was carried on by Albert Einstein. And then these research studies led to the creation of wars, because these studies were utilized to create weapons. Therefore, it's up to us to ensure that we utilize research for constructive and positive causes in order to drive sustainable development before the research and development gets in wrong hands, and then it creates other issues that may affect the world, our communities, and us as individuals. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my TEDx talk. Thank you.